A lot of people ask me why I work out as often and as hard as I do. Well, the reason is I had chronic back pain from the time that I was 18 until just a few years ago. I had chronic shoulder pain up until just a few years ago. My back pain was caused by overlifting and overworking in my chosen trade, which was masonry construction. I was a laborer at the time, and we were setting up jobs and floors for the bricklayers. Later, when I became a bricklayer, my shoulder pain started from the repetitive motion of using the trowel and lifting over my head with heavy materials. One post-Christmas season, shortly after Christmas, my wife came to me and said, "The packages on my mail route were really heavy and hard to lift this year. We need to work out." I grumbled, I groaned, and I asked her, "Why do we need to work out? You were the one that was having trouble with packages, not me." She goes, "I need you to work out with me because I need someone to motivate me and encourage me to do this." Well, I was the last person to ask for motivation and encouragement because I was sitting on the couch and I was grumpy and I was sore and I didn't feel very motivated. Well, as a good woman has her ways of encouraging her husband to help her and join in with her in things that the husband really doesn't want to do, we started a program called Power 90. The program was designed by Tony Horton, and wow, I couldn't believe that a 25-pound weight could be so heavy. I was shocked. I was amazed. I was used to lifting concrete block that weighed 60, 70, 80 pounds apiece over my head. I was used to lifting and setting stones that weighed upwards of 200 pounds, throwing bags of cement around, lifting my trowel and putting it down with mud every day. But I couldn't do a back exercise called a lawnmower with 25 pounds. When I finally found a weight that I could manage, I was down to 12 pounds. Imagine that, 12 pounds. I found out just how out of shape that I was. 90 days later, I had dropped 20 pounds, lost over 13 inches of size throughout my body. My wife had dropped about 13 to 15 pounds and had lost 11 and a half inches on her body. And now I could lift 25 pounds in a lawnmower. I also felt better. My back didn't hurt quite as much. My shoulder was still giving me trouble because it had been out of shape for too long and I was working it too hard still. Well, we finished that program and we felt good, we looked good, and we wanted to do more. So we moved up to P90X. P90X was a whole new ball game. Power 90 was hard for us to start in the beginning because they were moves and techniques that we had never even seen before. Well, P90X pushed those to the next extreme. After the first week, I thought I was going to fall over dead, but I didn't stop. My wife wouldn't let me. And we kept doing this program through the 90 days. After that 90 days was over, wow, I'd actually dropped another 10 pounds. I was down to 155 pounds. I said, no, this is too light for me. I want to gain weight. So I changed my eating habits. I started eating more. Believe it or not, guys, yeah, I was eating up to 4,000 calories a day, clean calories a day, just to get my weight back up to 165 pounds. Doing the workout and working combined used up 4,000 calories a day. We fell in love with the program. We fell in love with all parts of it except the yoga. The yoga was hard for me. It's still difficult for me because I don't have the flexibility and range of motion that a lot of people do because of continuous chronic back pain, back injuries, shoulder pain, and shoulder injuries. I'm happy to say today, though, 4 years later, I'm able to do most of the yoga moves in P90X and now P90X2 without falling over. I'm able to reach the floor with my fingers in some of the complicated positions that I could never even get close to the floor before. It was 8 to 10 inches away when I started. My back pain is about gone. And the days that I do have back pain or the times that I do injure myself from overdoing it, working too hard, I'm able to manage the pain work the pain out. Sometimes I have to seek help from a chiropractor to straighten my spine out again. But nowadays the chiropractor is more for maintenance than it is for treatment. My shoulder pain still bothers me occasionally, but again, because I've worked the muscles in the anterior and posterior deltoid and built them both up equally now, instead of everything concentrating to the front, the anterior deltoids, and through yoga and stretching and flexibility exercises, I have full range of motion in my arm again. When I started this whole program, that was the limit, without cringing in excruciating pain. Now I have full range of motion all the way around with my arm. I'm sold. Guys, gals, if you have chronic back pain, if you have chronic shoulder pain, don't scoff. Don't think that you can't do these programs. You may have to modify it first. We had to modify it first because we couldn't do half the things without tipping over, without pain, without hurting ourselves. We started out modifying, moved on to doing them the way they showed, and then pushing them to the limit. My back doesn't give me problems anymore. I do have an occasional twinge because like I say, I lift wrong. But through stretching and yoga and proper lifting, proper flexibility training, I'm able to manage my pain very well. I go to the chiropractor occasionally now for maintenance, just to get everything realigned so everything is in order, so my spinal system and my nervous system all function to their best. This also helps with my chronic pains and also with my yoga and my exercise. So, ladies and gentlemen, take it from somebody who's been there, who still goes there occasionally. The best way to deal with your chronic pains, with your back pain, with your shoulder pain, pains in your neck, pains in your hips, your knees, is through flexibility, yoga, and exercise. If you have a situation where your knee is deteriorated to the point where it's bone on bone and it needs to have surgery, don't do these exercises without severe modifications and approval from your doctor. Same thing with your shoulders, your neck, your back. If you have degenerative bone disease, if you have any severe problems, ruptured disc, things of that nature, make sure that you get medical clearance from your doctor before you do any of these programs. But if your pain is just there from muscle tension, muscle tightness, overworking, overdoing on a regular basis, and it isn't something more severe like a herniated disc or a dislocated shoulder or torn tendon or meniscus, try these programs. Try Power 90. Try P90X after that. Then if that still isn't enough for you, P90X 2. Or any of the other programs. Chilean Extreme. For the ladies, Brazil butt lift. And guys, I've done Brazil butt lift. It kicks your butt. It is a good program. It's a fun program. And I highly recommend it for anybody who wants to tighten up anything from the waist down. And also, it's a total body workout, so you'll get good cardio out of it as well. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to shoot me a message at www.rickofferman.biz. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have, and please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, and have a great day.